greatest coaches and the greatest quarterback to ever play the game, Tom Brady. And this is the organization where everybody want to follow in the NFL. You cannot get no better than this organization. They is the class of all class, and they is the king of all kings in the NFL. So we're gonna get into some of their draft picks. This is gonna be not that long because the defending champs they don't really draft high. They always draft low in the draft. They always the last team to draft. So you have to give credit to Bob Kraft and Bill Belichick for creating a dynasty in New England. And their first pick was in the 2017 draft, was a third-round pick. 83rd overall, his name was Derek Rivers. He a linebacker. He is a linebacker out of Youngstown, Ohio, which is about an hour from here. He was a defensive end. He was one of the 3 prospects identified in this space before the draft. So he's a solid player. Rivers recorded. Rivers had 41 sacks, and his strength was reflected in his 35 reps on the bench press. Wow. That he worked out in the Senior Bowl. And he's gonna fit well with this defense. Rivers he got a chance to be immediately contributor to this team, and you have to really give credit to Bill Belichick for going after these small school players. I mean, he came out of Youngstown State and he ran a 4.63 in the 40. So he's a pretty good player. He's he can get to the quarterback and he's versatile. And that's going to help New England be even a better defensive team that they was. And it gives them depth in that front. It gives them depth in the their front line. So New England, this was a great pick. I mean, it was a real great pick because New England often they was in sub packages 80% of the time last season. So they rotated a lot of bodies and they want to get after the quarterback. So I think Rivers was a solid pick and it's only going to make this defense even better. So that was a great pick by Bill Belichick. They had another third-round pick, Antonio Garcia. He another small school player. Bill Belichick has a pedigree of drafting small school players. I mean, it's amazing. As you look at the Jamie Collins out of Southern Mississippi. So, I mean, he just has a knack of just getting these great players that's not on the radar all the time and turning them into good players in the NFL. So you cannot knock Bill Belichick for his scouting and his development in his system because his players succeed. Antonio Garcia, he was a left tackle. He was ranked 4th on the team coming into this draft. He's 6'6". He's 6'6". He is athletic and he played with a nasty mean streak. He's a nasty player. Left tackle is his premium position. That's the reason why New England gave up their 3rd-round pick early to jump up and get him. I mean, what they moved from 96 to 85 to get him because he's a nasty, dirty player. And he's going to bring some toughness to this defense. And he can potentially, you know what I'm saying, provide the Patriots a real fallback option in 2017. I mean, he's versatile. He can get to the quarterback, and he can block for the quarterback, He doesn't give up that many sacks. In college, he only gave up 10 sacks in his career. That's amazing. And for him to be a third-round pick, and from the school that he went to, that's amazing. So, man, it's going to be another great pick and another nasty and dirty player that, New England like. And Garcia is going to bring them some toughness to that offensive line. With him being between 300 to 315 pounds. Their fourth round pick was Dashika Wise. He was defensive end out of Arkansas. As you can see, another defensive end. Bill Belichick going on the defensive end. He's 6'5", 274 pounds. The Patriots wanted him. They had an eye on him. He has a 35 and 5 1/8 inches arm length with a 10.5 arm size. The power which he plays, and he also has intangibles. He also was a team captain for Arkansas, and he's gonna bring for Matt Porter for that defense. He's gonna fit in a variety of roles. They hoping he can develop. He could be in a 4-man front, possibly rush from the interior passing situation, and he also can play the 5 technique. And he's an eye front, and he can also play some special teams, they say. So I think another solid pickup. He's beefing up that defense, and that's all you can ask for. Defense win championships. And the next pick, their 6th round pick was Connor McDougan. He was another offensive tackle from UCLA. 6'8", 307 pounds. Big boy. That's a big boy for you. He long and he athletic. And they is beefing up that offensive line. So, man, with a Nate Soldier, he is scheduled to be an unrestricted free agent this year. I don't think New England re-signed him. So that means Garcia could play left tackle. And, McDermott could play left tackle, and he is a development tackle prospect who is willing to groom and to really, find his future with the New England Patriots. At UCLA, he was at around coming into UCLA. He came in weighing around 230 to 240, and now he's at 215. He also played the last 2 seasons in the 300 to 305 range. So he's a developing offensive tackle, somebody you can, keep on the sideline and keep the veterans behind him, and he might end up to be a solid player. Normally 6th round picks, if you ain't Tom Brady, don't usually turn out well, but in New England, you really don't know that. So, and that's it for their draft. They really didn't have a like high draft picks. They had really low draft picks and not that many draft picks. After you coming from the Super Bowl, you shouldn't have that many high draft picks anyway. So, I just think that their draft was solid. He went all defense to buff up that defensive line and that defensive offensive line, because the game is won in trenches. People don't understand that when you play the game of football, you win the game of football in the trenches. The defensive line, the offensive line win you ball games. And Bill Belichick knows that. That's why he's a mastermind. That's why he's one of the greatest coaches to ever coach in the NFL. And that's why he wins Super Bowls almost every year. So I like their picks. It's solid. It's going to help them. I don't see no stars in there, but they just going to be contributors, and they're going to be great role players who help this team possibly win more NFL championships. Now I'm gonna take a little bit of like a 30-second break, and we're gonna get into some more New England Patriots. We're gonna talk about their free agency in this last segment. Stay tuned to the CV Sports Talk Show. Give me 30 seconds. I'll be right back. Welcome back to the CV Sports Talk Show. We're going to get into some New England Patriots free agency signings and they trades, which they did a great job. They free agency signings, they signed Rex Burkhead. He was a running back. He's a great running back. He get him versatile. He can catch and run the ball. He got speed, so he's going to give Brady another target. They signed defensive tackle Lawrence Guy. He's a great big, physical defensive lineman who can get to the quarterback, has great versatility. You can put him on the end or he could play defensive tackle. They signed Stephon Gilmore, which was a great pick, a former cornerback from Buffalo out of South Carolina. He can get to the quarterback, he can blitz, but his main strength is covering. Last year he had 5 interceptions. He's a great pick for this defense. Him and Malcolm Butler on the two corner spots. I mean, that might be one of the best two in the secondary. So he's going to get that secondary more depth, and it's going to be hard to throw the ball on him. He's a great cornerback. They re-signed Brandon Baldwin. The running back, he's going to be a great backup. He's going to give them some depth with the loss of LeGarrette Blount, so he's going to get him some more depth. You know how Bill Belichick love these running backs that nobody know of, and he turned them into great backs. They re-signed Justin Coleman. He was a backup cornerback for him, so that give them more depth. They re-signed Dante Hightower, who is a heart and soul of their defense. He's a tackling machine. He has speed, athleticism. He can get to the quarterback, and he also can drop back and pass. I loved him in college at the University of Alabama. So that's another great re-signing. That re-signed Mike Williams. they tight ends.